Hello everyone, welcome to Equestria Athletica's exercises before riding. So stretching before you ride is very important to reduce the risk of injury on your ride. So as equestrians, we are athletes, so we need to have a proper warm-up just like any other athlete would. So before our ride, what we're going to do is dynamic stretches, and after you ride, then you do static stretches. So what is the difference between dynamic and static stretches? Dynamic stretches get your muscles ready and warmed up for action, and static stretches help for recovery of your muscles. So dynamic is moving around, and static is the typical stretches that you think of when you're touching your toes and you're holding it for a while. So to start off with stretches before a ride, we're going to work our way through our body, make sure every single part of our body is warmed up. So we're just going to start with some head nods, up and down. And when you go up, I'm going to turn here for a second. Make sure that you don't bring your head back all the way like that, because that will pinch some nerves in your neck right there. So you want to just make sure you're looking up and not throwing your head completely back. So just raise your head up, down, side to side. Get rid of any stiffness in the neck. Incline, so like you're touching your ear to your shoulder. And your head weighs as much about as a bowling ball. So if you think if a horse can feel a fly landing on it, it's going to notice where your head is. If your head is forward, it's going to throw your balance off forward. So this also helps us to create awareness of where our head is. So next we're going to move to our shoulders. We're going to start off with some shoulder shrugs. It's very important that our shoulder joints are mobile so that we're not tense and so the horse doesn't feel that through the reins. So now we're going to roll our shoulders. We're going to roll them backwards. And when you think about this, think about opening your chest. So you want to open your chest when you're riding. And you can do it forward shoulder rolls, but you don't want to collapse your chest too much when you do those. The forward rolls have more of a collapsing motion, so make sure you do, again, some backward shoulder rolls to open your chest up again. Then we can do some arm rotations, increasing the mobility of the shoulder joints more. And then again, do these backwards, so you're opening up your chest, because the forward kind of collapses you. And then this next one, you're going to hug yourself. So you're going to bring your arms out wide, stretch them out, and then give yourself a hug. All right, so now we're going to do some trunk rotations. It's good to have good mobility of the core. So we're focusing on our core and back area with this. And then also another one, we're going to reach up. Imagine like you're pulling a rope down from the sky, and you really want to think about like you're separating your ribs. You're really stretching up through the side there. When you're sitting in the saddle, you want to imagine like someone's pulling a rope through your head, stretching your body up and tall with your core engaged. So this is going to help with that. All right, so now we're going to take a seat. We're going to go into butterfly, but we don't want to hold it. We want to make sure that we're moving. And then we can take our legs out. And we can, you don't want to just hold your feet and stretch out like that, because that's your static stretching. That's what you're going to do afterwards. But what you can do is you can do little pulses, just like this. Because the static stretching like this, what this does, it gets your muscles relaxed. So you don't want your muscles relaxed completely when you're exercising. You want your muscles ready to move and be active. So we're going to keep it dynamic. And then you can also shake your legs out. And then also I like to do some ankle rolls. So you can point your toes, flex your feet. Sometimes my ankles will lock up a little bit, so this gives greater mobility to my ankles. You can also turn your feet out and bring them in like windshield wipers. And then I like to combine it all together. So point your toes, flex your feet, out, and then point your toes out to the side, flex, up. So it's kind of a rotating movement with flexing and pointing within. And then we're going to do some lunges, but again, don't just hold it like this. What you're going to do is you're going to kind of be up high and you're going to pulse into it a little bit. And make sure that you don't bring your knee over your toe. You want to keep your body aligned. So we're just going to pulse a little bit here. And then switch to your other leg. And then one more stretch we can do. We're going to take our hands, we're going to press them onto the base of our head like this. And we're going to go down and we're just going to kind of swing our body back and forth. Get everything all nice and loosened up. And the weight of your hands just kind of stretches your head down. Well, I hope these exercises are helpful for you in your warm-up, and have a great ride.